Hello from Schurz Park to all of you who care about the park. I'm Diantha Schulz. I'm one of the Schurz Park Conservancy Zone gardeners, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity today to present the first in a series of videos that the Conservancy has created to bring the park to you wherever you are. We intend to share with you what we're discovering about the park, what changes are taking place, and how the park contributes to public health and the health of the city. Also, how are we applying best practices in landscape management to sustain the park for future generations? Our series will include a variety of topics, from the birds that nest in our trees, to the butterflies that feed on our flowers, and the many, many physical and mental health benefits from being outdoors. Now, my goal today is to share with you how the Schurz Park Conservancy is thinking about gardening, namely gardening as stewardship. We're beginning to recognize that all of us who have responsibility for gardening are in fact stewards of spaces, public and private spaces, that both contribute to and benefit from the health of the entire planet. Now, gardening at Schurz Park encompasses the many practical tasks which you are all familiar, from planting and watering to weeding and mulching. Stewardship, however, involves thoughtful plant selection and landscape planning, keys to the long-term health of the park and to the creatures that live within it. Like many homeowners and landscapers, those of us who garden in Schurz Park are no longer focusing only on what looks pretty or exotic. As we learn about the real-term dangers of species extinction and the rapid loss of natural diversity, we are really reconsidering gardening. We're asking, how can our gardening decisions support wildlife, enhance ecological diversity, and help build a green space infrastructure that improves the overall health of our neighborhood, our city, and indeed the planet? Two simple examples of this shift in our thinking. When we're planting flower beds, we're looking not only for color and height, we're looking for plants that are native to the region, such as asters, and plants that attract pollinators, such as milkweed. Similarly, when we select trees for our lawns or borders, we're looking for those that support wildlife, as well as how ornamental they may be. Oak trees, for instance, of which I'm proud to have one in my zone, can host more caterpillars than any other tree species. As we make this shift in thinking, this is not an abrupt change, it's simply a shift in emphasis, from looking only at the ornamental aspects of our trees and our plants to considering their holistic benefits that go beyond their aesthetic contributions to the landscape. Stewardship also includes maintenance practices that encourage diversity. We're learning how to be less neat and to leave debris and logs and leaves in our gardens to provide habitat for lichen, ferns, and other life forms, particularly during the winter months. I think about the future a lot as I'm gardening, and I realize that it's a heavy responsibility. I sometimes wonder if it's too much of a burden. I'd like to go back to pruning my roses and looking at the seasonal changes in leaf colors, rather than worrying about the future of the birds and the moths and the children. But then I walk through Schurz Park and I see a splendid monarch butterfly finding a home on a white milkweed plant or a purple aster. And I'm humbled and I'm gratified that what I do in Schurz Park and what Schurz Park does in one part of New York City can contribute to a healthier world. Thank you very much for listening to this video, and I do hope you'll enjoy the others in the series, live from Schurz Park.